Hi guys, I'm going to get straight into this video, but a really quick introduction if you are new. My name is Haley and I vlog and share about everyday life with chronic illness, and this video is going to be all about traveling with medications, IV infusions, and medical supplies. So I am someone who is very medically complex and complicated. I have a lot that has to come with me when I travel. I am in a wheelchair when I'm out in public, when I travel especially. I take medications multiple times a day. I get weekly IV infusions that sometimes have to be prolonged, and lots of medical supplies are in the midst of all of that. With that being said, it is possible to travel with all of that stuff. So the first half of this video is going to be solely on tips and kind of the whole process, and the second half of this video is going to be us packing all of the medications and medical supplies and whatnot. So first thing is first, and this is something that I am so grateful for. I know this applies for the United States, Canada, the UK, and Italy. I'm pretty sure a lot, like most of the world, allows this as well, but I am not sure. I don't know, so I don't want to misspeak. So only those countries I just said are the ones I know for sure. So is that you can actually bring any and all of your medications, your IV infusions, your medical supplies, and a carry-on with you on the plane. Now you might be thinking, I have liquid medication. Isn't there a limit for the amount of liquids you can bring through security in your carry-on? And I'm here to tell you that does not apply to medication, thankfully. So my number one tip of traveling is, first of all, make sure you have everything in advance. If you are traveling with IV infusions, medications, medical supplies, make sure you have all of those in advance, at least the week prior. So if at any point you realize, oh shoot, this one medication, I don't have enough pills. I have enough for the trip or most of the trip, but I need to get more just in case. That way you can do a vacation override in your pharmacy and you can make sure that you're prepared. That's something that my family does, and it has been so helpful because we have gotten messed up on the medical supplies being delivered to us. So that is one of my biggest tips, is do everything in advance, plan it out as well. The second tip is, when you arrive at the airport, arrive there early, and I don't mean an hour early, I mean honestly, I would do like 3 to 4 hours early, which sounds crazy or a little wacky, but when you go through security with your medications and IV infusions, even though those are obviously your medications and IV infusions that you need, they still stop you and they inspect everything. And to me, that is so important because that means they are doing their job and they are putting national security as a priority. I have never once been disrespected. Nobody has ever done anything to mess up my medications or anything. So a few things in security. If there are sealed bottles, they don't make you unseal those and open those so they can check it out. And when I mean they check out medications, I don't mean they sniff it or they like do this with it. Usually it's more just the liquids, and what they do, for example, if I have a unsealed bottle of my liquid L-carnitine, what they will do is they will swab the lid or the cap, and it's just a little swab, and then they test it to make sure there's no dangerous residue from like bombs or anything or any drugs, and obviously none of that is there, so it's all good. But I do really appreciate them doing their job and really probing something. Hold on. Now, I have not had to present this in the United States, but I've heard that London is different with this, so you just want to be prepared. I'm not going to show you the front obviously, but this is a letter from my doctor that has every medication I am on, the dosage, and the IV infusions I'm in. It's a signed letter with a diagnosis. So if at any point they ask for papers, which there's no laws against any of that, so if they do, they just want to make sure. So I have this. This is something that I think is super important, specifically with international travel. So those are their tips. To kind of recap, get to the airport as early as you can. Be prepared with all of your medications and IV supplies and medical supplies. Make sure you have all of that. And also make sure if you're traveling internationally or you're nervous of traveling with meds, just having a med list from your doctor, it's going to be something that will at least ease your anxiety. Like I said, I have never been asked to show that, but I just personally like to be prepared in that aspect. And lastly, to recap on the last thing, is that it will take a while, but if you just keep in mind that they're doing their jobs and they're not doing this to inconvenience you, they're just doing this to make sure that the country that the airport is in is safe. And that's really all I could personally ask for. So if you have any questions about traveling with any of this stuff, leave it in the comments below and I will answer those. I think I got everything. Oh, big tip is make sure everything is labeled, because they're going to give you a much harder time if you have a medication that's unlabeled, which doesn't happen, but I just thought I would throw that in there. But yeah, so those are my tips, and that is the process of my experience, and I am going to be vlogging my experience getting into England with all of this stuff, so stay tuned for that. But I'm going to start the second half of this video where you can see how much we had to bring, because it was a lot. It's a lot. We have to bring a lot, and like 3 carry-ons full. So yeah, let's get into that video. Hey Mommy.
Yeah.
Tell the people what we're doing today.
We are packing to go to Europe, so we're packing all of Haley's IV supplies. I mean, oh my gosh, who else doesn't want
Those are IV bags alone, just D5.
Okay.
Oh God.
14 bags of IV fluids. 9,
So we have
10,
the box
12,
of supplies here.
14, 15,
You have these containers, which we don't know if we'll actually get things to fit in them.
20, 21,
But
24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30? 2 weeks? Do you want to put like 2 batteries in here and 2 batteries in there? The batteries are heavy.
so we got all of the flushes and heparin. Just counted them all out. And empty this whole thing, basically.
Needles.
You got all the claves already? Or no?
I have not counted the plates yet.
So,
We have a problem. Houston, we have a problem.
so carry on.
Carry on. And we still haven't packed any of Haley's medicines or the boys' medicines or my supplements or essential oils. So yeah, we're going to the store right now to get another carry-on, which means instead of my brilliant plan of taking 2 big suitcases and 2 smaller carry-ons, we're now going to be taking 3 carry-ons and 3 large suitcases, as well as everybody's backpack and an ice chest. Oh, this should be fun. Oh, lots of fun.
So I thought I should kind of show you this first carry-on. So opening it up, this notebook is just covering up a label that has information on it, but here we have a bunch of medications. Now the medications that are in here are all sealed, and these are part of our supply for Europe. This is about 27 days worth of arginine, CoQ10, whatnot. We still have a lot of other medications to do, but this is kind of how we've done the first one. This is my medicine, my mom's supplements, and then some of my brother's stuff as well. So that is what is here in this first carry-on 1 out of 3. It's a little dark, but these are medical supplies alone. You can't even really tell, but these are dressing change kits, needles, betadine, all of the things. All of the medical supplies are in this carry-on. So this is carry-on 2 out of 3. So this is the second carry-on. I'm not going to open it because the zipper is actually broken, but this has additional medical supplies and it has IV fluids. So this is carry on 3 out of 3. Peep the other suitcases. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Click that like button down below as well as the subscribe button. Stay tuned for the travel vlogs of traveling with all of this crazy stuff, which I am going to vlog all of it. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.